Three people were in the room that night. Only one of them left alive, and even she isn't sure what really happened. The police report says it was an accident. Her mother says it wasn't. She says she doesn't remember, and the truth changes every time she tells it. Her name is Claire, 32, recently divorced. No history of violence. No criminal record. No documented mental illness. Just one documented event. Her younger brother, Adam, died in her apartment. Fell from the balcony. 14 floors. Impact instant. That's the official version. This story works on instability. The audience should start questioning her by minute 3. Claire says they were drinking wine, talking about their childhood. Adam was emotional. He had just lost his job. He stepped outside for air. She followed. They argued. He slipped. She tried to grab him. Too late. That's what she told the police. But later, she told her mother something different. She said Adam wasn't upset. She said he seemed calm. She said the argument started because she accused him of something. Something about money missing from their father's estate. She doesn't remember bringing that up in the first version. When confronted, she says, "I was in shock. Reasonable. Very reasonable." A neighbor reported hearing shouting, not 2 voices. 1. A woman yelling, "Stop lying," over and over. Claire says she doesn't remember yelling. She says Adam was the loud one, but there's no second voice on the recording, just hers. Grief does strange things to memory. Trauma rearranges details. That's what the therapist tells her. Because, yes, she's in therapy now. Court mandated? No. Voluntary. That's important. People who are guilty don't volunteer for therapy, right? There was money missing. Not a huge amount, but enough to matter. Claire had debt. Adam didn't. She says she suspected him. He denied it. The argument escalated, but she insists she never touched him, never pushed, never intended harm. Months later, during a therapy session, she says something new. "I might have grabbed his shirt." The therapist pauses. "Why?" "I didn't want him to walk away mid-conversation." And then, "I don't remember." That sentence becomes her shield. I don't remember. There was no camera on the balcony, but there was one in the hallway. Footage shows them stepping outside. It shows Claire re-entering alone. 32 seconds later. 32 seconds. Not 5 minutes. Not 10. 32 seconds is not enough time for a long struggle. It is enough time for a sudden impulse. Her mother never directly accuses her. She just says things like, "You were always the stronger one. You always had a temper. You always needed to be right." Claire begins questioning herself. Was she angry? Was she capable? Is capability the same as guilt? She starts dreaming in fragments. In one dream, she pushes him. In another, he jumps. In another, he pulls her with him, but she lets go. Each version feels real when she wakes up. Each version feels like confession. 6 months after the fall, she finds a note in a drawer. Adam's handwriting, dated 2 days before he died. "I messed up. I'm sorry. I'll fix it." No explanation. No specifics. Did he steal the money? Was he planning to repay it? Was he suicidal? Or was he apologizing for something else entirely? The note creates more questions than answers. Claire begins recording herself recounting the story. Each time, details shift, tone shifts, language shifts. In one recording, she says, "I tried to hold him." In another, "I reached out." In another, "He stepped back." Small differences, but meaningful. Memory isn't a recording device. It's reconstruction. And reconstruction can protect you or accuse you. 1 year later, on the anniversary, her mother finally says it. "Did you push him?" Not yelling, not accusing, just asking. Claire opens her mouth and realizes she doesn't know the answer. That's the most terrifying part. If she were innocent, she would know, wouldn't she? Unless trauma erased it. Unless her mind protected her. Unless she did it. There is no new evidence. No confession, no trial, no arrest. Legally, it remains an accident. But Claire stops visiting balconies, stops standing near edges, stops trusting her own hands. Because sometimes, late at night, when she closes her eyes, she feels the fabric of his shirt in her grip, and she can't remember if she was pulling him back or pushing him away. People assume the worst part of guilt is being caught. It isn't. The worst part is not knowing. Not knowing if you are capable of something irreversible. Not knowing if your memory is lying to you. Not knowing if the person you see in the mirror is someone who once made a choice in 32 seconds that can never be undone. And the most disturbing truth, there are nights when she almost wishes there had been a camera on that balcony. Because certainty, even if it destroys you, is easier than doubt.